Male Grievance Syndrome, MGS, from everyday frustration to dangerous behavior. Male Grievance Syndrome, MGS, is a pattern of resentment, entitlement, and hostility toward women. Male Grievance Syndrome, MGS, from everyday frustration to dangerous behavior. Male Grievance Syndrome, MGS, is a pattern of resentment, entitlement, and hostility toward women, relationships, and society. It often begins with personal frustration but can escalate into manipulative behaviors, social withdrawal, or even violent actions. Many of these men feel wronged by rejection, perceived unfairness, or societal changes, and instead of adapting, they blame women, feminism, or the dating landscape for their struggles. While not every man with grievances becomes dangerous, unchecked resentment can build over time, fueled by toxic online spaces like the Red Pill, MGTOW, men going their own way, incel communities, and manosphere influencers. This breakdown follows the stages of escalation from mild frustration to extreme and pathological behaviors. Stage 1. Everyday frustration and entitlement. Most men with grievances start here. These thoughts are common but can turn toxic if reinforced. Signs and behaviors. Believing women are shallow, they only want tall, rich, or muscular guys. Frustration with rejection. Instead of accepting it, they assume women are playing games. Saying nice guys finish last, resenting that their kindness doesn't lead to romantic success. Feeling women owe them attention. I was nice to her, but she still rejected me. Comparing themselves to Chads, believing that only bad boys get women. Mild misogyny in conversation. Women just love drama. Blaming feminism for their struggles. Women have too many options now. Men have no chance. Feeling resentful when a woman dates someone else. Taking it personally rather than understanding attraction is subjective. Becoming obsessed with dating metrics, focusing on height, wealth, or alpha male strategies to manipulate attraction. Example: a man at work flirts with a female coworker. She politely declines, and instead of moving on, he begins making passive-aggressive comments about how women only date jerks. Escalates to Stage 2. Growing anger and resentment. Frustration deepens into hostility toward women and society. They begin acting out. Signs and behaviors. Mocking women online. Posting memes about modern women being entitled. Adopting red pill language. Women hit the wall at 30. High-value men don't chase. Seeing relationships as transactional. If I pay for a date, she better put out. Testing women with manipulation, using negging, backhanded compliments, to make them insecure. Refusing to take rejection well. She was leading me on for attention. Spreading conspiracy theories about feminism. Women don't actually love men, they just use us. Engaging in MGTOW, men going their own way. Swearing off women completely, claiming they are all liars. Mocking men who respect women, calling them simps or beta males. Following extreme influencers, watching content from men who teach dominance over women. Example: a man on Tinder gets ignored, so he angrily messages, "Whatever, you're not even that hot." Escalates to Stage 3. Pathological behavior and aggressive mindset. The resentment turns into destructive action, trying to control, punish, or manipulate women. Signs and behaviors. Sabotaging female co-workers, undermining them because he believes women don't belong in leadership. Ghosting or breadcrumbing women, enjoying the power of keeping women emotionally hooked. Dating women just to humiliate them, going on dates as a social experiment to prove superiority. Harassing women online, sending threats, insults, or stalking their social media. Blaming women for all personal failures. If I had a girlfriend, I wouldn't be depressed. Feeling justified in punishing women. She rejected me, so I have every right to treat her badly. Talking about getting revenge. Fantasizing about humiliating or making an ex regret leaving them. Example: a man gets rejected by a woman at work and begins spreading rumors about her being unprofessional. Escalates to Stage 4, severe and dangerous behavior. At this stage, resentment turns into abuse, harassment, or even violence. Signs and behaviors. Doxing or stalking women, posting personal information online as revenge. Publicly humiliating women in street interviews, asking women their body count and shaming them. Revenge against exes, spreading private texts, stalking or emotionally abusing them. Believing women are conspiring against men, they're trying to replace us. Viewing all women as manipulators, you can't trust a single one. Threatening violence in forums, encouraging others to harm women. Example: a man who was rejected joins a red pill forum and posts about how women deserve to suffer for their behavior. Is there a female version of male grievance syndrome? While less common, women can experience a female version of MGS, usually tied to hatred toward men due to personal trauma, rejection, or gender-based resentment. It often manifests as extreme misandry, hatred of men, believing all men are abusive, useless, or unworthy. Revenge dating, using men for money, status, or manipulation as a form of payback. Blaming all men for personal struggles, men ruin my life. Viewing men as inherently predatory, believing all relationships are dangerous. Joining extreme feminist groups, encouraging hostility toward men. Example: a woman had a bad breakup and now actively seeks to date and financially drain men as revenge. This is often linked to borderline personality disorder, BPD traits, past abuse, or unresolved trauma. However, because society discourages female aggression, it rarely escalates into violence the way male grievance syndrome does. Final thoughts. Not every man who starts with frustration becomes a threat, but unchecked resentment leads to dangerous escalation. How to stop it? Call out toxic beliefs early. Encourage emotional intelligence in men. Disrupt red pill and incel radicalization. Teach healthy masculinity. Strength is about balance, not control. At its core, male grievance syndrome isn't just about dating. It's about entitlement, blame, and resentment becoming a destructive force.